Do you think it's an interesting idea, listening to the sounds underneath the circus?
I don't think this is a good idea.
Why not?
Oh, disturbing the peace.
Obviously.
We're disturbing the peace down there, like we heard those dead bodies under there buried years ago. Yeah, that leads from there. So obviously they shouldn't do that.
What do you think?
I think it will be very interesting.
What do you expect?
I don't know. Ghosts.
Ghosts. What do you think a ghost
Having a
sound?
normal day conversation, arguing, kids going to school. Probably gonna be chatting about that, innit?
Ghosts, man.
No ghosts.
Yeah. Obviously.
What do you think a ghost sounds like?
Ooh.
What do you think a ghost sounds like?
I don't know.
Have you seen a ghost?
You know what
Yeah, I've seen plenty in it, but they don't really make no noises though, so there's no point trying to listen down there. You have to go down there, innit, to see what's really down there.
Greg from Bold Creative has been asking people from the community what they like about the bandstand and Arnold Circus, what they'd like to see up there and how they would like to see it in the future. He's got a feedback to the council about what he's found out. So what are the main points, Greg?
We've had a really interesting couple of months. It's been an interesting project, building on the work that the Friends of Arnold Circus have done, and just developing it a little further from the council's point of view. So we did a series of workshops with various members of the community around here. So we did workshops with older residents, did workshop with some of the teenagers around here, some of which we can see in the bandstand now. We also worked with some parents groups, because obviously it was over the summer holidays, so the school wasn't open, so we did it over at St Hilda's with parents and toddlers. And we also did some lunchtime users, so people that were using some of the cafes around here at lunchtime. And some really interesting things came out. Some of the main things are obviously people commenting on the way the circus is right now, and it's a little run down, and it's not used really for that reason. But there's a real clear need for a space such as this. You know, there's not a huge, although there's a lot of green space in London, there's not a huge amount of green space kind of round here, and people really see this as being an opportunity. So some of the key points that came out were essentially there's nowhere to sit down, or very few places to sit down, so the seating should be looked at. They really like the vegetation around here. It's a little bit of an oasis really, and they really want to keep that, maybe develop it a bit. I know that there's a lot of work has been done by the community in some of the gardening around here, and they've got some of their own issues to do with, like, maybe dogs getting in and not enough water and stuff like that. But I think that needs to be looked at and developed, and maybe some kind of partnership between stuff that is provided by the council and stuff that is looked after by the residents around here. I think that could work. I think I'm not a gardener, so I don't know exactly what planting would go on, but there's definitely opportunity there. Again, some of the safety issues, it can be a little bit intimidating when the young people hang out here, and you know, they have every right to be here as much as everyone else, and I think it has different uses throughout different parts of the day, different times in the day. But yeah, the safety issue, so it's very dark at night, the trees block out a lot of light, so it's a difficult one because the trees are important and they're quite valuable in an eco sense, yet they may need to be maintained a little bit more. Okay, so the next steps are we're completing our consultation. We've finished all of our workshops and our events. We're in the process of finishing the report, and that report will go back to Town Hamlets and directly back to the design team. Essentially, we're writing a report on what we've done and also a design brief, really. And that's going back to the design team at the council, and they'll be taking on those comments and the stuff that Friends of Arnold Circus have done as well, and redesigning the space. Other than that, I mean, I can't really comment on exactly what the council's plans are, other than I know they're very committed to doing something really stand out here. I know they want to turn it around quite quickly. Again, I have no authority to say when that's going to happen because I'm not from the council, but I think it will be happening soon, and we are talking about how we can get the community involved in the build in some way. That's not to say the community are actually coming and digging it up or anything like that, but there are some workshops, activities, maybe a documentary film about the build that I think would be a great opportunity to get the community involved in.
What do you hear?
This London of mine, from empire born, what a mix, rich it is, sailors and tailors, weavers and hawkers, from all corners coming, the Jago is full, from jugglers to gin, brewers and opium dens. London full of faces never seen, all shades of skin, from docks to dockers, to tales of wonder, from tavern to brothel, lodgings all, round the criminal class. Church to grave, a Londoner, Cockney, geezers learning new slang from countries old. Empire moulding into one, looking glass makers to fabricators. Look the way we've come, languages more than ever. House earth flat instead of squalor, London brick, and all the builders and chippies and plumbers and architects. First on the list, place to live. The Jago gone and a new bandstand. This boundary estate already famous, from unique stock just like us, from cabbies to carers, cooks and cleaners, offenders and defenders, stockbrokers and bankers, to property prices and squatters all living together. This London of mine